Okay, everybody, let's have a little chat, shall we? Um, First of all, a couple of things I want to get out of the way. You know that like music channel that you might have on your cable that plays stuff. Well, I've got the adult alternative on right now, and I just looked up and it's Coldplay. I muted it for our talk here, but and it gives you facts about who's playing, and it says Coldplay is sometimes criticized for being Radiohead light. I am trying to be more open-minded to being not so like just outward like dismissive of Radiohead at this point, but I have never gotten Coldplay. I'm just like, if I want to listen to this kind of music, I would just listen to like the real deal. Like I would listen to U2. So I don't get it. It's just weird to me. But everyone loves Coldplay. Second thing that I wanted to talk about is there are certain things that like for the most part like I don't know if you guys have Aldi by you, but it's a generic. Like remember when they had generic when that came out for the first time? Like it was literally things in like black and white packaging, and like courier font, and Aldi is kind of like that. Like they actually it doesn't look that bad. It's like they have their own brands and stuff, but it's really inexpensive, and a lot of like, you know, lower income people go there. I know because I'm often one of them, and and for the most part, I don't need to get name brand things. There are a couple things that I do need to get name brands of. I need to get Q-tips. I need to get Band-Aid Band-Aids. And the other day, I realized why Advil is like, why you might want it more than just regular ibuprofen. It's got like almost a sweet covering to it. Like, I choke down ibuprofen, I don't buy Advil, I buy, like, lame old ibuprofen, Walprofen, or K-profen, or Target-profen, or whatever, you know what I mean? But I had these Advils, and they were, like, coated, and they were delicious. I wanted to have, like, 16 Advils, like, delicious Advil. So it's probably good that I don't, like, eat Advil on a regular basis, but you know, those other ones are like eating pennies or something. So that was kind of interesting. Like, there actually is a difference between Advil and regular ibuprofen. Not enough to warrant the price for me, but, like, that was kind of interesting. Okay. The reason I actually, like, decided to bust out the little, first of all, I feel like my eyes are crossing. I'm back on a med of mine, which does several things. Hopefully it keeps me sane, but, like, it also fucks with my memory, fucks with my speech, and apparently, like, fucks with my vision, too. So it's like, is this really doing me that much good? Like, I don't know, like, should I take the glasses off? I mean, I'm also trying to, like, look into the camera, you know? But anyway, I got this, you know, you can think what you want to think about Michael Moore and everything. And, you know, I used to be far more of a, you know, rabid devotee of his, but I still like him, and I still think he has a lot of good things to say. And I got an email from him basically like talking about the auto bailout or lack thereof. And you know, when this first all started happening and the stock market was all jacked up, and I was kind of like, you know what, I don't really care. I don't have stocks, I don't have money, I don't even have savings. Let the market go to hell, you know, let people see what, you know, that capitalism sucks. You know, and a couple people said to me, like, you shouldn't really say that, like, wait till people lose their jobs, blah, 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 blah. And when they said that, I was a little like, oh, yeah, well, who cares? No one's going to lose their jobs. Well, of course, like, things are getting crazy, and people are losing their jobs, and it's really bad. But, oh, because the whole thing was, like, I didn't want to give the money to the banks. That was the whole thing. I was like, fuck the banks. You know, let them suffer, let them struggle. And that's when people were like, oh, but the economy, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? We gave them all this money completely with no accountability, nothing, you know, but people are still losing their jobs. So, like, this idea that, like, I didn't care what happened to the banks, and people said to me, but wait, people will lose their jobs if we don't take care of this. It's like, people are still losing their jobs. It doesn't matter. We gave them the money, and my friends are still losing their jobs. So who cares? And you gave them the money, and they're spending it recklessly and shittily, and what's even getting fixed here? On the other hand, there's these dudes from Michigan who come and say, we need a loan too. That's the other thing. It's like loan, bailout, whatever, call it whatever you want. We need a loan too because we have actual people making actual products with actual pensions. And you could even say to us, like, hey, here's a good opportunity to actually turn this industry into something that will be helpful for our whole nation and our whole economy and our whole way of living. But no, we're not going to do that. But meanwhile, all that other billions of dollars, like what even happened? That would be like me going to my parents and saying, you know what, I totally messed up. I have no money. I can't pay my rent. My checking account's all jacked up. Can you help me? And my parents saying, sure, here's a shit ton of money. Whatever you want to do with it's up to you. And when I go on this like crazy cool vacation to like Europe, they just are like, whatever. You know what I mean? By the way, if that ever happened, my parents would kick my ass. Which none of that would, my fucking up my finances might happen, but all that other stuff probably wouldn't go down like that. But I just think it's a real shame. I think it's a real shame that the people we could and should give the money to that makes sense to me, we're giving a hard time. And these other fat cat fuckers, like, we're just handing out cash like it's like growing on trees, if you will. And how about that Rob Blagojevich? Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I mean, you gotta have some balls to just do what he did and talk like he talked and think you're gonna get away with it. You know? Talk about megalomaniacal, Like, that's just, yeah. Right on, dude. Like, I didn't vote for him last time. I abstained from voting for governor last time because there was no one I wanted to vote for, So I have no